Yes,
We have
yes.
to be here every Friday.
Every Friday.
And
Every Friday.
it's so nice to share these moments with you. And we hope that today you'll be part of our journey and it's going to be a good one for you.
Awesome. All right. So move over to newspaper review immediately, and we'll go with Sunday Punch. Sunday Punch, and it says Naira crisis. Beru the change. Joint CBN's battle against illegal forex dealers. Forex companies share list of suspicious transactions with Apex Bank. CBN may freeze more bank accounts. Then say Naira continues downward slide. Pursuing popular forex websites, Aboki FX, and waste of effort. Expert says that story is in page 1 and it continues in page 6 of the Sunday Punch. That's all we can take for Sunday Punch.
Okay, so moving on to Monday. The major header says manufacturers demand for forex nears $2 billion amid scarcity, weak naira. Middle class Nigeria shop for stable dollar as FX crisis continues. It says naira in moment of decision trades at 570 naira per dollar. And that story continues on page 2, begins from page 1 of the Guardian newspaper. Is that good news?
Yeah, probably.
57 pegged at 570 naira per dollar.
I don't think it is. It is not at all. And this one of the things probably we'll be talking about much later today. So let's just move. Let's
so
just move.
You've got to
Let's
stay
just
tuned.
stay.
We've got stuff on that today.
All right. So we'll move over to This Day newspaper for Tuesday, and it says military moves to prosecute surrendered terrorists, vows to halt ISWAP recruitment drive. The main header there says your utterances are reckless, careless. Southern Middle Belt Alliance tells NEF, says one not assumption delusional, advises region to put purported numerical strength to productive use. All right, and that's all we can take for that. Story is in page 1 and it continues in, I think, page 8 of the Guardian.
That isn't bad advice.
Of This Day, rather.
I think Nigerians should do more of action, taking action.
True.
Positive action.
True.
And doing a lot of, talking and shouting.
Quarreling
and all that. The Sun Award called to more duty, carry NNPC GMD. Oh, that's one story that's on page 1 of the Daily Sun. I suppose it means the NNPC GMD was given an award by the Sun. Interesting. The major header says 2023 elections, Northern leaders join forces to fight PDP APC, float new coalition. Adebanjo Adams reply Baba Ahmed, say South doesn't need North's consent to govern Nigeria. That story is on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. And that's the only interesting one at the top right-hand corner of the Daily Sun. Up there, it says, Nnamdi Kanu's suit. Court adjourns case as FG fails to appear. That's federal government fails to appear. We are vindicated as lawful organization, IPOB. I believe that talks about a court case in Abia currently where Kanu's lawyer is actually suing the federal government, Malami, and the rest of them for.
But they didn't show up, so.
They didn't show up, and they gave a reason. They said that I think they said. Well, Malami actually mentioned something about the fact that they are going to press fresh. Okay, that one is Igbohos anyway. Okay. But anyway, that's pretty interesting. So let's go on.
So move over to Nigerian Tribune for Thursday, and that was yesterday. And the main editor there says, "We can't say government shouldn't borrow." Senate President, awesome. Blames past administration for lack of foresight to provide for the rainy day Are you kidding me? Present administration as Rubbish Fiscal Responsibility Act, SUSWAN. That's what SUSWAN is saying. And at the very top end of that, of the newspaper, you find a statement there that says, "We regret supporting Buhari in 2015, Northern Elders Forum spokesman." Then Ohaneze counters IPOB on 1 month lockdown threat. Says shutting down Southeast not a solution. That story is in page 4. I think that's all we can take for the Nigerian Tribune for Thursday.
Okay, we're moving on to today, and we have the Punch newspapers. It says, pensioners' hardship worsens as states owe backlogs of gratuities. It says, Kano, Ekiti, Enugu, Benue pensioners hard hit. States cite cash crunch. Pensioners threaten to sue Southwest governors over consequential adjustment. That story is on page 2 of the Punch newspapers, and I don't like to hear this kind of I don't like to see this kind of stories personally, because when we talk about gratuities, we're talking about people's livelihood. These people have worked all their life.
They actually worked for it.
They worked for it and they deserved it. That's what has been agreed upon. And then who fails them, or who does not fulfill the promise, is the government. And that does not speak well about us.
And it's always a problem because we always hear about the government for everything these days, and it's a sad one. All right, we'll move over to the Guardian newspaper for today. And the main header there says, VAT controversy. FG heads to Supreme Court. Reps consider bill to back states. All right, FG collection of VAT by FIRS remains. Lagos, VAT collection will not impoverish other states. Reps, we are ready to revisit 5% oil firm profit share to host communities. Wow, that's a good one. Oil producing communities badly hurt by PIA, says Akwa Ibom governor. That story is in page 1, and then it continues in page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Then down there you see Yoruba Nation agitators, others stage mega protests as Buhari addresses UNGA today. PDP reports Buhari to UN over terrorism rights violation and others. Reno Mokri joins Ninas for Grand 1 million man rally. Akintoye alleges government paying black foreigners $500 each to protest against Yoruba Nation. Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one.
So we've got this day newspapers, and says PIA, Akwa Ibom governor calls for upward review of 3% to host communities. Says oil producing areas in Niger Delta. Could you see that?
Says oil producing areas in Niger Delta
hurt by paltry amount. I see that. Support states collection of VAT. And we also have against mood of the nation. PDP retains chairmanship in South. I believe this should be, for me, I would say this is a subjective view. You say how two groups emerge over zoning of offices. Our mandate does not include zoning political offices, says Ugwani. 6,000 delegates to decide new national chairman. That story is on page 1 and continues also on, I think that's page 8 of same newspaper at this day. 3 kidnappers of 120 Bethel Baptist students, 44 other crime suspect arrested. Okay, that story is on page 11. If they are really the kidnappers, I think for now they are probably suspected kidnappers because they've not been proven. But if they are really the ones, and if they are proven to be the ones, I think the arm of the law should really get to them. It should never be encouraged. True. It's terrible, really terrible.
All right, we'll move over to Nigerian Tribune for today. That's the last paper for today. And then the main that there says PDP chairmanship. 2 camps emerge over zoning of offices. That story is in page 1 and it continues in page 2. It says, we have no mandate to zone president. I think that has been said in the other papers. And then the very top of the paper, it says a collection of VAT by FIRSC remains FG. Then FG man may file fresh charges against Igboho.
Oh, okay, that's a
Malami.
statement by
we're saying,
Malami,
yeah.
yes.
Then assault on core members, army arrests female officer. All right, that's all we can take for today's newspaper review, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned for Social Media Buzz.
Welcome